more than 50% of minor leaguers signed those authorization cards in support of unionization under the guidance of the MLB Players Association.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Folks, good news. The Rocket City Trash Pandas are going to be unionized here soon. That's right, folks. The Major League Baseball Players Association a couple weeks ago sent out authorization cards to minor league players last week. As our friends on Means Morning News on Means TV report. Let's play that clip, Adam.
And finally, a huge announcement on Sunday that the Major League Baseball Players Association is launching a campaign to organize minor leaguers. Minor league players are among the most exploited in all of sports. They make poverty wages playing baseball and often have to take on second jobs just to make ends meet. Unlike those in the majors, minor league players aren't paid in the offseason, despite how much work they put into training. Most of the 5,000 players in the minor leagues make an annual salary less than $15,000. Some make even less than $5,000. Back in April, the organization More Than Baseball released a survey of minor league players, and nearly 3/4 said their needs were not met by their current salaries, and a majority said their teams did not have their best interests in mind. In July, Major League Baseball settled a federal class action suit brought by minor league players who alleged the league was violating overtime compensation and minimum wage laws. The league agreed to pay out $185 million as part of the settlement. And in addition to all of this, Congress is examining Major League Baseball's antitrust exemption and how it might depress players' wages. So it's pretty clear minor league baseball is in desperate need of union representation. Advocates for Minor Leaguers was a group that previously worked to advance the interest of the players. As part of this new organizing push, the group has dissolved and just become part of the MLB Players Association. The previous head of Advocates for Minor Leaguers, Harry Marino, said in a press release, quote, "This generation of minor league players has demonstrated an unprecedented ability to address workplace issues with a collective voice. Joining with the most powerful union in professional sports assures that this voice is heard where it matters most, at the bargaining table." The Major League Baseball Players Association is now circulating union authorization cards that can be signed by players. Once 30% of minor leaguers do sign on to them, then the union can petition the NLRB to set up an election where just a majority of the players would need to vote for it to join the union. You want to see billionaire sports team owners absolutely melt down? Well, then this is the story to follow.
And following it, we are, folks. Here's an update that came last week from the Washington Post. More than 50%, just like a half a week. It was a week or half a week after the Major League Baseball Players Association, MLBPA, just a very short amount of time after they sent out authorization cards, more than 50% of minor leaguers signed those authorization cards in support of unionization under the guidance of the MLB Players Association, the organization announced on Tuesday. As such, the Players Union asked Major League Baseball to voluntarily recognize it as the representative for minor leaguers. The MLB had yet to comment as of Tuesday afternoon, but we've got late breaking news from yesterday. Yesterday, the MLBPA, the Major League Baseball Players Association, announced that the MLB will voluntarily recognize the MLBPA as the bargaining representative for the minor league players. So, folks, we are going to see union baseball. The Rocket City Trash Pandas are unionized, basically. They've got to hammer out this voluntary recognition agreement, and unless something goes crazy, they're going to have a union, and they're going to be union, so that's really exciting. And the MLBPA just affiliated with the AFL-CIO. So once the minors officially get unionized, I'm looking forward to welcoming the Rocket City Trash Pandas onto the North Alabama Area Labor Council.
That would be awesome.
Yep.
That would be great. And as we were talking, before we went on air, I think Major League Baseball is doing the savvy thing here by, voluntarily recognizing the union. Why engage in a protracted, ugly labor struggle that you don't have to? Major League Baseball, they understand that they've, lost ground in terms of fans and young fans, especially to the NFL, to the NBA. And, I think MLB, they can read the tea leaves like anyone else. They can see the same Gallup polls that we've reported on, that over 70% of the country approve of unions and unionization. So, kudos to the minor league players for organizing. Kudos to MLBPA for, taking up this struggle. And, I'll even give some kudos to the league for at least having enough common sense to honor the request of these workers and voluntarily recognize the union. So, looking forward to some union baseball.
Absolutely, yeah. I've got my Unionize the Miners shirt on here, and the Rocket City Trash Pandas, their last week of home games, unless they get into the playoffs, is going to be next week. So, me and my beautiful fiance are going to be going to. We're going to be going to some of those games, or at least one of those games, probably not multiple, but we'll be going to one of those games, and I'll be rocking this shirt, supporting the players.
Nice.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m., and we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.